My name is Liviano Iskatel. I am what you can call a multiversal traveler. You see, I don't come from the same reality you inhabit. I come from this universe called Earth Alpha Plus. Back there, I used to be a video game developer, but my main project, The Fallen, that I pitched to many game publishers, ended up being a failure, and instead I worked as a clerk for many years. I was able to pay my rent, so life wasn't that bad, but one day I was called by an acquaintance and asked to pass a test for the Arcadia Corporation, one of the biggest tech companies in our reality. I passed that test and I was chosen for their newest program, the ACMT. After my initiation, it was revealed to me that the Arcadia Corporation had developed a technology that enabled multiversal travel. Well, not exactly one-sided multiversal travel, but rather a projection of one's consciousness from one universe to another through a compatible host, somebody that is kind of a multiversal doppelganger. As part of this group, the ACMT or the Arcadia Corporation Multiversal team, we went to different realities to study them at first and to look for the elusive nexus to all realities, the crossing points between every word in the multiverse. During my time, I went on 3 different missions. My first mission was on Earth Alpha Minus, our neighboring universe. In that universe, I was Celas the Knight, the protector of the Green Matriarch. We went looking for one of our friends who was captive by a rivaling company that also had access to the drive, the Atlantis Industries. Atlantis Industries was a company that was controlled rather by the brother of our CEO, Giulio Makarov. And Giulio Makarov ended up being more trouble than we could ever imagine, because in our following drive to Earth Beta Plus, a universe where angels and demons roamed as the main inhabitants of Earth, I ended up with one of my friends, Sonata, as pawns for his experiments. He used our hosts, non-elementary angels, to summon the Deus Ex Machina to that universe. The Deus Ex Machina is this machine that took over its own planet and started absorbing everything on its path. It absorbed so much that it breached into the multiverse, absorbing more realities. And because of the foolishness of Giulio, this machine breached to Earth Beta Plus. We were caught in the crossfire, but we ended up escaping. And it wasn't all. The machine was already on its path to our reality. It in fact succeeded to reach it in our future. As it comes, we met with certain people that came from Etheria, a planet ship that came from our planet but from the future. They jumped back in time following scouts of the machine that were on Earth, and with their help we managed to stop those scouts and to stop the machine from taking over. We had to find a solution, and we ended up making peace with Atlantis Industries so we can work together to stop the machine. On our last drive, we went to Earth Gamma Plus, the neighboring universe to Earth Gamma Minus, the source of the machine. But during that trip, Giulio turned on us once again. He decided that he was the one to stop the machine, that he could do it on his own without our help, and he ended up being absorbed by the machine. And the machine took over that world as well. It also took over one of our friends before we could escape. We held a funeral for both Giulio and our friend, but the machine used their bodies to take over our own reality. Earth Alpha Plus was no more. We were barely saved by the Primes. The Primes worked with the gods of the fundamental elements to stop the main conflict that let the machine go array and absorb so many worlds. The machine was misguided. It was under the influence of its creator, the primordial Giulio, the one who created the machine in Earth Gamma Minus, but also it was under the influence of the god of chaos that was escaping the pantheon of the gods of the primal elements. So with the help of the primes and the gods, we put an end to the suffering of the machine. We stopped the madness of the god of chaos, and we separated Giulio from his crazy ambitions. And finally things were going back to normal. The machine absorbed our universes but was recreating them. And the Nexus appeared to us, finally. We were able to go back to our reality. But instead of going back to Earth Alpha Plus, I ended up here, in Earth Prime. I ended up with a host. And I've been stuck here ever since. I've been looking for the Nexus to go back to my reality, but I think it's not really possible. I don't know if I will ever make it back to Earth Alpha Plus. But I started enjoying living here in Earth Prime. The culture in this universe is so amazing, and I want to participate in it. So, I would be glad to talk to all the people of this Earth and to create bonds with them, to play games with them, and to just live my life here.